Hi, welcome to Friday Nite One Shots. And my name is Ron Murphy, and I'll be your DM for the evening. And we have a lovely group of players today, and I'd like you all to introduce yourself and introduce your characters.
My name is Ross. I'm playing Shin Kameshi. He is a human samurai. He's the former captain of a police force, taking down baddies. And one night he was burned alive, essentially, in his house. His house was burned down while he was inside it as a revenge attempt. So he's horribly burned, but you don't see that. He's got pretty much normal samurai gear on with like a robe over top of the armor, a conical casa, a conical hat, and a mask underneath it. So he rarely shows his face. His voice is badly damaged, and he is kind of like an outlander hermit type. True neutral.
Is it one of those full masks, or is it like just the eyes showing over the top?
No, it's a full mask. It's actually quite bare when looked at like normally, but it's very finely detailed in a way that how he moves his head, how the light shines on it, changes the expression of the mask slightly.
Excellent. Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I am playing Thrash Mob, the half-orc bard. Thrash Mob grew up in a settlement of humans and was obviously a bit of an outcast, being a half-orc. As a teenager, he found his solace in a lute that his orc mother left behind. And as a teenager, he began to have these dark visions and dreams that began to warp his music into a sort of a heavy metal type sound, and he developed his persona of Thrash Mob. His music helped him focus his darkness, but sometimes it still kind of comes through in his real life. During battle and performances, he wears a skull mask. It's a real skull, and it goes from like the under his lip to his face, so it's like a half skull mask. He's got his eyebrows are each pierced like 3 times, his ears too, and he's got one of those like ox nose piercings. That's Thrash Mob. It's a stage name.
Is there a story behind the skull? Like, did you take it off of somebody? Is it something that was
I think it's something he found one day. Maybe he doesn't know what it is yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
Excellent.
I didn't think it through that
much. It's a one shot.
Zach.
All right, my character. I'm Zach. I'm going to be playing the character of Dante Shadowbane III. His parents were killed when he was 5 years old by a vampire lord. The vampire lord was then killed by a lich who resurrected his parents and then fed them to his dragon. So he lives his life in pain, seeking revenge against, he's not sure who. He's just very angry and, I don't know, emotional.
On the world.
So he's taken up just on everybody, on everything. And he's a tabaxi rogue assassin. Honed his skills on the streets.
Nice. Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire. I'm going to be playing Phineas the Human. I am a ranger, and Phineas was abandoned as an infant. He was taken in and raised by a pack of dogs. The dogs taught him the ways of the forest in which they lived, and Phineas bonded so much with one of his brothers, Jacoby, that they went into the forest together. Inspired by his rescue as a baby, Phineas vowed to protect anyone who called out for help, no matter what, and he and Jacoby gained a reputation as local heroes and were called upon their local leader, Lady Bonnabelle, to protect the land. Phineas and Jacoby roam the land, seeking to slay anything that's evil, and before a battle or a quest, Jacoby often looks over to Phineas, and Phineas affirms, "That's right, buddy. It's adventure time."
Excellent. Okay. So you've been adventuring in the nation of Impetur, and it was a kingdom that's really going downhill. the government is losing money. They used to have a king, and they overthrew the king, and now there's a council of nobles and rich people who are losing their shirts. And so there is, they started selling land to nobles. And so there's a bunch of small baronies on the outskirts of the nation. And to the northeast of the capital city of Lyrabar, there is a small barony called Timbertown. While you were in the capital city, it was tax time, and you managed to not have to sell any of your possessions, but you only have a few coins, few coppers left. But you hear in the wilds of Timbertown that there are bandits who are running wild, and there's lots of bounties out for bandits, capturing bandits. And you think this would be a good place to get back on your feet and get some coin. You're at a campfire, and you're heading toward Timbertown. You've gotten word that there is a nobleman there who owns the area called Degsthorpe. He started a little town. And he is looking for some adventurers. He put out notices, and you found this notice on the way out of town. His name is Ogden Deg. The notice said, meet me, Barony of Timbertown. And you're on your way there, and you're sitting at a campfire. You've been adventuring together for quite a long time. What kind of connections do your characters have with each other? Tell me, like, what maybe past adventures?
I have no idea how this group would have met.
Probably, I feel like we all probably, like, since we all come from such different backgrounds, we all probably met on, like, you know, like we all were just kind of thrown together on a similar adventure, you know, like we're all hired to like protect someone, and we all,
right.
Well, we work well.
I feel like Ross being a former captain of a thing may make him sort of leader-ish, perhaps. I don't know.
We're like an adventure crew.
You might think that, but
yeah.
But Shin actually is he is very, very standoffish. He does not command well anymore.
All right.
As like almost like maybe like a PTSD kind of situation, but
interesting.
His charisma is 3. So he doesn't speak much. So he's very much a follower.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How old is everybody?
I'm 17.
You talk about ages. Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
like, I didn't set an age. I'm thinking like early 20s.
Yeah, I was the same.
Probably mid to upper 30s.
Okay.
So
my dog is old. He's like 40 in dog years. My brother. He's
graying
very
around
wise.
the snout a little bit.
Yep.
Aww.
Around his jowls. Jacoby and I are very much bound by our own code, which is to help anyone in need. We've been doing our own thing for most of our lives. We've been living out of a tree since I was 12, and we've decided that it would be more effective to save the lands by working with some other people. So
yeah, I think Thrash Mob probably once he was old enough bounced around towns and inns and stuff, just making money, playing music, and then eventually got tangled up in some sort of adventure with the rest of the group or a member of the group, and then more were added.
I think you guys came upon me in the woods somewhere, like on my own. I like attacked you, thinking you're a threat. Like I went to defend myself, and maybe a roaring battle earned our mutual respect. But I definitely I don't trust easily, so I think I probably came here. I got to the group last.
Dante's trying to hone his skills so we can find that lich.
yeah, I hate the lich too.
I feel like we have some connections in the darkness. Yeah, the bond over the hatred of a lich.
The more people, the better.
Yeah, liches are terrible.
Liches are.
Take some notes.
Yeah.
Liches ain't shit.
But pose some tricks.
You know how many lich fights I've had? So many.
And the next day, you go into Timbertown. It's a small settlement, walled settlement. There's about maybe 200, 300 people who live here. It's very well established. However, there's lots of farmland and it's known for its lumber industry. Once you get into town, you were pointed to the direction of an office in the warehouse district. A man ushers you in and sets you down at a desk. And behind the desk are two men. There's a man who has a large, stocky build, grizzled hair, thick beard, richly dressed in a tunic embroidered with precious metal threads and a cape of rare furs. You notice that his face looks kind of like worn down a little bit and his eyes are slightly sunken, but he's wearing all this rich finery that doesn't quite go with the person. The man standing behind him is rail thin and tall, has a pronounced jutting nose, and has a drooping, scraggly mustache. It's an ornate, rich desk that is out of place in this kind of rundown office here. The man introduces himself as Ogden Degg, and he says, I thank you all for answering my call. As you likely know, my daughter, Evie, has been taken into the hills by wild men. They want money. His eyes flash at you. I'll send them their gold, but I need someone to take it there and fetch back my Evie. I'd send my own men, but I can't trust them. The man standing behind Ogden says, Very wise, my lord. He pipes in a reedy tenor. They would be tempted with that much coin. Cordred, you're absolutely right, he says. He looks back to you. This is my second in command, Tren Cordred. He looks out for me, and he's my chamberlain. If I ever become baron, he'll be my number 2. I've heard good reports of you from my spies in Timbertown and in the capital city. I know you won't risk my girl's life with those men. You're experienced. If you'll bring her back safe and whole, I'll offer you each 150 gold to take the chest with the ransom and bring back my Evie. But he kind of smiles at you and says, it's payable on the girl's safe return, of course.
I think we'll take your offer.
You see the thin man, Cordred, steeple his fingers, and he's like, very well, the deal is done, he says.
I just can't stand injustice.
Sounds like she needs some help, and we should gotta help anybody in need, man.
Here's the ransom note. He hands it over to you. It reads, we have your daughter. If you wish to see her alive again, send 10,000 in Waterdeep trade bars.
10,000.
Your servants will be met at the gate near Nanny Alice's alehouse. They will be led from there. Do not attempt to follow. The penalty for cleverness will be severe. If you want to get more of her back than what is which included herein, you have 1 10-day. Our man will be watching. You have a 10-day. Hammond of Falcon's Crest. Night.
Who is this Hammond fellow?
I've never heard of him. Tren? The thin man says, I've done some research. No one has ever heard of him. I think he's self-styled.
You think it's a made-up name? It's a stupid name.
He sounds mad evil.
He does sound mad evil. And we'll make him pay.
Everybody make a perception roll.
17 for Dante.
Okay.
9.
Thrash Mob got 7.
I'm very perceptive.
Claire, you're muted.
I rolled a 9. He's not good with technology.
The tabaxi, you kind of notice that Ogden has this nervous tick, like his eye has been twitching the entire time.
All right, I'll take note of that. I don't want to call him out on it, but I'll definitely kind of put that in my head notepad to tell the group later.
Is he only taking your daughter for money, or could there be another reason?
These bandits, they want nothing but to bleed us dry. I wish we had the manpower to see everyone slain, but all I can do is hire adventurers to go up and protect what is mine, and I need you to get my daughter back.
If we can get your daughter back without paying the ransom, could we have more of a reward?
Make a persuasion roll.
21.
21, he says, if you can do your job well and get me the girl and my money back, you shall have double.
All right.
Now I look at him and I say, I feel like there's something you're not telling us.
A man of my power and wealth holds many secrets. You do not need to know everything. You were given a job.
If you want your daughter back.
You've been given a job, and you will be well paid for it. Do your job.
10,000 is a lot to be carrying around. Is there any way you can give us something to protect ourselves in your investment?
You're adventurers. You can protect yourselves. Few bandits, measly bandits. I trust you.
So, can you tell me why you trust us, but not your own knight? This seems a little weird.
That's a good question, Phineas.
Thank you.
I'll take this one. Cordra leans over and says, Deg's men, while they fight well and they do their duties well, they cannot be trusted. We have been hiring guards from the local farms, and everyone is poor, and their families are poor. And if you put something, little shiny bauble in front of them, they'll just take it. And you have to keep them from wanting more and more and more. They would see all this treasure and would just run away with it. And we can't have that, can we?
I've heard enough. We'll take the job.
Seek me out at my house tomorrow evening in Degsthorpe. I will ride ahead and greet you when you arrive.
And as we exit, I'm going to say, I didn't trust him. I don't feel like he's telling us everything.
I think something's up with that Cordred guy.
Weird skinny guy. Can never trust them. You think that maybe their knights wouldn't want so much money if they actually paid them?
Right?
That's a good point.
Could be.
I don't know.
Still don't see why he doesn't think we won't run away with his 10,000.
Because we're noble. We do the right thing.
Plus, who named this town? Timber Town? Come on. We get it.
Silly name.
It's a lumber town.
You say we meet him tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow evening. You find out that Degsthorpe is the better part of a day away. It's currently midday.
Oh, okay.
Traveling to the north, further into the mountains to the northeast.
Shin is standing away from the group, facing northeast, and he hasn't said a word this whole time. He's just standing there, brooding, with his head down, and he's looking out in the distance. And in a gruff voice, he just says, "We should go."
You're right, Shin. We should go.
Yeah, that sounds good. Come on, Jacoby. He said, good idea.
Do you actually ride Jacoby like the miniature that you made? Or
I would love that. My legs get tired from all this adventure boy energy I have. Got restless leg syndrome.
Excellent.
How populated is this town?
Timber Town is about 300 to 400. It's like the seat of the barony. There's a large manor house here, and it's a walled city, but it's on a river, so they can have the lumber coming downstream, and they can load it into lumber mills and then ship it out.
Listening in to the passing people, I don't hear anything about Falcon's Crest from anyone, do I?
Do you want to ask around?
No, he wouldn't ask anybody. He's just perceiving.
Make a perception check then.
He's just trying to listen into conversation.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be an investigation.
Mm-hmm. That is a 23.
You overhear somebody talking about Degsthorpe and how that poor girl, it's talk of the town, some rich nobleman's daughter has been kidnapped. How sad is that? And what could possibly happen to her?
As soon as I hear that, I charge that voice, and whoever it is, man, woman, I just take them by the scruff and stop them and just put my mask right in their face. And I say, "What do you know?"
It's an old woman, and she's like, "Oh, what are you talking about? Who are you?"
And I give her a shake. I say, "What do you know?"
Make a intimidation roll.
Somebody has to roll a 5 to intimidate this old lady.
Yeah.
I also don't have great intimidation, so we're gonna see what happens.
You failed.
You can roll an advantage because she is very
great
intimidated.
She's back off, punk.
This poor woman. With the -3 that I have, that's a 15.
Okay. She's like, I just heard that I've just heard some nasty bandits up in the hills, and they're kidnapping little girls. It's so scary. I don't want my granddaughters to be kidnapped. Poor Evie. I mean, she's such a sweet girl. I've seen her in town before.
And I say, which hills?
She points to the north, like towards Stegsthorpe.
Hearing this and seeing that, I want to just like calmly-ish walk up. So this has been happening?
There's just stories. I've heard like everybody is keeping all their kids inside. It's real scary.
I'm going to go up after seeing all this and seeing Shin grab her by the scruff. I'm going to take Shin's hand off her, and then I'm going to grab her by the scruff and say, "You're not telling us something."
Okay, roll an intimidation. There's come a point where too high of a roll may cause a bad effect.
All right, I'll keep it a medium roll. I rolled a 1.
Oh
God.
Kitty.
Okay, what does that give you total?
Total, that's a 4.
She takes off her shoe and starts hitting you over the head with it. He's like, "Get away from me! Get away!" She runs away. She runs away.
Oh man, I was gonna let her pet Jacoby. He loves belly rubs.
Just exhale and be like, "Well, that didn't work," and then just at the top of my lungs, just yell, "All right, who knows anything about these bandits in the hills? Please come tell us now."
Some guards, like the city watch, comes over. Could you all move along? I think you're disturbing these poor citizens here.
Yeah, it's cool. These are my friends. They don't know how to talk to people. Cool. Sorry.
Just move along.
Yeah. Do you want to pet my dog? He loves belly rubs.
Is he a good boy?
He's a very good boy.
He kind of gives Jacoby a scruff on the top of the head and moves along.
Awesome. Thanks. We successfully did not kill an old lady, so that's a win.
Shin's hands are clenched in fists. He just has his head down in silent angst.
I'm going to walk over to Shin and just say, "It's okay, buddy. You tried."
And he'll start to walk in the direction that she motioned. I guess the hills.
Yes.
And then towards the north.
You could even see as you came into town that there's a well-maintained road going to the northeast.
What do y'all think? Should we take that well-maintained road?
A silent nod.
Yeah, sounds great. I'm gonna ride Jacoby though.
Throughout the walking, I've got my lute out and I'm just like playing power chords, like a theme song.
I'm gonna take off my little bear hood and let my long golden hair wave in the wind.
You've traveled along the road through well-ordered farms, and you've reached the lower foothills of the Giant Spire Mountains. And the farms have become interspersed with rolling hills with pastures of sheep and goats. Farmers and shepherds wave to you as you pass. Jacoby even saw like a dog, like a farmer's dog,
Yes.
like a sheep herder dog, and was wanting to play.
It's a great day for Jacoby.
Yeah, so Jacoby has to run around and play a little bit. An hour ago, you entered the eaves of Dunwood, and the atmosphere immediately changed. Refreshing autumn breeze died, and the air became still and stuffy. Now the well-traveled road follows the contours of the wooded hills beneath your tired feet. You cannot see much more than a few yards into the thick forest growth. There is a stream splashing in a mossy bed to the west of the ancient road, with the forest rising sharply to either side. You've been hearing twigs snap and animal noises, though you haven't been able to see anything. There's a tension in the air, as though the forest is waiting for something to happen. The road bends around the base of a hill, and a dozen yards ahead, a small stone bridge arches over the stream where it cuts across the road. There's a lone figure standing on the bridge.
I'm gonna casually draw a short sword.
Okay.
Just have it.
You see the man on the bridge. He smiles at you. He has a shock of curly auburn hair, very youthful face, and he has a wrapped in a green cloak. And he waves at you as you approach. And he says, he casts his cloak aside, and you see his left hand restfully loosing on the hilts of his scimitars. And he says, "Hello, friends! I'm delighted to meet you. I'm very much afraid this is a toll situation. Toll collection?" He waves dramatically at the bridge. "This bridge was erected at very great expense by friends of mine, and they have entrusted me with the power to collect the toll of all those who would use it. Now that's the good news, friends, he says with a grin. The bad news is the toll is rather steep. 100 gold coins of your choice, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, Symbian, it matters little, per person in that little chest right there. And he points to a chest at the foot of the bridge. It's slightly off the path in the grass. I should note, in case you might not be thinking you can pass without paying the toll, that there are chaps in the bushes very nigh at hand with dirty, great, shiny crossbows aimed right at you. 'Twould be a pity they were forced to practice their marksmanship.
Can I make an insight check on him? Him saying that.
You can,
right.
Yes.
As he's doing that, I take out my shield and my scimitar.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He's being a little standoffish, kind of like not really saying the whole truth, but he's being very serious about paying the toll.
I'm gonna try to persuade him with maybe some cool toys.
How do you do? What do you do?
So I'm taking off one of my random toys.
So you just reach down and rip off a patch off your robe.
Yep. And we're gonna find out what it is. Maybe it's something cool. It's a chemistry set. And I'm gonna try to persuade him.
Okay, he looks at it. What sort of contraption is that?
This, my friend, is worth so much more than gold. This is pure possibility. You see, it is for mixing chemicals using science. It's like magic.
Is it an alchemy set? Can you create gold out of rocks with it?
With enough practice. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm sure you could.
Make a persuasion roll.
5.
He says, what else do you have?
I'm gonna interrupt Phineas and say, what else we have? What else we have is this rapier and this dagger. I think you need to step out of our way.
Very well then. Boys, roll initiative.
Damn.
I thought the chemistry set would work.
It was a good try.
It was a good try.
Thank you.
So now you're holding this like tray with like glass vials and liquids on it.
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm gonna crack a bottle.
Shin, what's your initiative?
12.
Well, okay. Thrash Mob, what initiative did you roll?
14.
14. Okay. Dante, what did you roll?
a 21.
21.
Yeah, 12 plus 9.
Phineas, what did you roll for initiative?
7 plus 3.
10. Dante, you go first.
All right. Well, I guess I can use my bonus action to take the dash action.
Got it.
So I'm gonna dash up to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assassinate him. So it means I have advantage on my attack. I'm saying this out loud because I have to talk myself through how this works. I haven't played it in a very long time. And so that means I get my sneak attack on him.
Playing new characters, new classes.
So I'm gonna roll to attack.
Okay.
With my rapier.
Okay.
First one is a dirty 20. Second one is a crit. I was like, what does the B mean on the D&D Beyond thing?
It's that's
a dash 20.
Yeah. And the way the crits work is that you roll double your damage dice. How much was that?
So that was 19.
19. He yelps at you as you kind of just wasn't expecting you to be so quick, running up almost on all fours. He's like, ah!
It's my pain.
Okay. The bandits, all of a sudden, from the hills above you, they fire, you feel crossbow bolts just fly in from all directions.
I still have my chemistry set in my hand, right?
Okay. So, Phineas is a miss. Dante, you had a hit?
Yep.
Okay. Crossbow, that's 6 points of piercing. Against Shin, 1 hit. 6 points of piercing. The first bolt against Thrash Mob is 3 points of piercing. And the critical hit, only 7 points of piercing.
Alright.
And it's actually the bandit captain's turn. Dante rolled up to him. He reaches out with his scimitar, flashes out. And one's a miss and one is a hit. Dante. 5 points of slashing damage. Okay, Thrash Mob.
Thrash Mob is pretty overwhelmed. Did we see where the crossbow bolts came from?
They came from the hills, like there's the path and like the stream that's alongside the path. And the forest, the deep dark forest, kind of goes up on either side of you.
Cool.
They're up in the woods.
I'm going to try to put an end to this quickly and cast a suggestion on the guy on the bridge.
Okay.
Do I say what I want him to do first, or does he make his saving throw first?
You say what you want him to do.
Cool.
13.
Oh, he needed a 13. Or it says 13, so he makes it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yes, he makes it. Your magics don't work on me! Ha ha ha! Like, if you surrender now and give me all of your belongings, we can end this peaceably.
Well, I'll just laugh at that. That'll be the end. Just a hearty laugh. And then with that, he'll put his skull mask on.
Shin.
Looking around, is there a way to can the archers be seen?
Make a perception check. Everybody can make a perception.
Oh.
You know they're kind of at the top of, but they're kind of like camouflaged in
The
the
21
forest.
for me.
I'm gonna switch my dice.
You can see them up there.
How
yes.
many?
21 for me.
Got 15.
There are 3 on either side of the road.
I'm going to charge one of the archers. My speed is 30 feet, so I'll get right up to him, and I'll attack with my scimitar.
Okay,
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
that hits.
5 points of slashing damage.
And you slay one, drops his crossbow.
And that's it.
That's it. Okay. Did you go left side or right side?
I went right side.
Right side. Okay. Okay, Phineas.
How far away am I from the bridge when I was showing off my science? My
You're about
chemistry
a
science?
little right at 30 feet, basically. If you can get right up to Edna.
I have stuff in my hands, so I have to drop them.
The glass breaks as you drop them.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna whip out. I have a bow that I'm gonna take out and get ready. I'm gonna aim at the guy on the bridge, whose name I forgot.
Okay, excellent.
Okay. 2.
Okay. I'm sure that's a miss.
Me too.
So, Dante, an arrow flies by your head and misses you both by a mile.
Great.
Anything else?
Jacoby.
Because you rode up on Jacoby to the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna hop on that guy and bite him
Okay.
in the face.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Roll to hit.
Oh God. Crit fail!
Not a good.
I got 1!
Yeah, you miss. You miss.
Yay! Real good this round.
It is Dante's turn.
All right, I'm gonna attack this guy with my rapier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say before I attack him, I'm gonna say, "Call off your men and surrender, and we won't kill you." Hopefully, back that up with a good roll. Not a good roll. 14.
Just misses.
Ah.
You come in. What are you fighting with?
Oh, rapier and dagger.
Rapier. He crosses his scimitars and traps the
All right.
rapier, pushes you away.
With a bonus action, I'm gonna attack him with my 2-weapon fighting with my dagger.
Okay.
And that's a 13. So
That misses too. Yeah.
I swear I'm gonna threaten you better.
The boys who were up on the hill see their leader in trouble. 2 attacks on Phineas, 2 attacks on Dante, 1 each on Shin and Trash Mob. So 2
Trash
attacks
Mob.
on 2 attacks. One is a 12 and the other is a dirty 20. 4 points of piercing, and 2 attacks on Dante. 1 is a 7 and 1 is a 19.
That 19 definitely hits.
And that's only 4 points of piercing. 1 on Trash Mob misses. Edmund's turn. He says, "I think you need some practice." And he whirls his scimitar around and attacks you 2-handed. one misses, and the other is a 15.
That's my armor class.
And that's only 4 points of slashing damage.
You need practice.
Thrash Mob, it's your turn.
All right, what's this guy wearing?
He's wearing, the captain is wearing studded leather.
Is he wearing a helmet at all?
No.
All right, fine. Then I'll do it on his swords. I'm going to do heat metal.
Oh, that's such a good spell.
Such an
Okay.
OP spell. Oh my god.
We'll do it on the scimitar in his right hand.
So it immediately heats up. And so the scimitar goes red hot. And he takes 2d8 fire damage immediately.
2d8 is 12. To cast that, basically, he takes out his lute and plays like a cool, like, minor sounding solo.
Nice.
As he's like focusing his
That
attention.
sounds
Okay.
really good.
He immediately drops the scimitar.
Should have just taken the chemistry set.
And then,
Anything else, Thrash Mob?
as a bonus action, I'm going to do my first bardic inspiration on Dante. So you get a d6 for a roll.
Thank you, Thrash Mob.
Yeah.
Shin.
I'm going to move on to the next archer in that row, and same thing. I'm gonna have a scimitar attack. That's gonna be a can't do math. 18.
18 hits, yeah.
And it's gonna do 7 points of slashing damage.
And you kill him.
And as a bonus action, well, not a bonus action, I'm going to use Action Surge. You can take one additional action on your turn. I'm going to just move on to the next dude, and same thing, Scimitar. That's going to be a 19 plus to hit,
That hits.
and it's going to do 5 points of slashing.
And you kill him.
Ow. Shin quiet, but he's a killer.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Move across the line, and you're right kind of even with, like, you look down, you're like right with the edge of the bridge. Like you just come down the hill and you'll be right at the foot of the bridge. Phineas.
I'm going to try to shoot one of the other archers in the woods with my longbow.
Okay. So basically, Jacoby's kind of like riding up, trying to bite the guy in the face as you're firing at the other people. So, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got a 14, and then do I add initiative or proficiency?
Well, you add, look on your character sheet.
Oh, found it. Okay, plus 5. So 19.
19 hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. 4 total.
Actually, is enough to kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Joby's gonna try to bite that Edmund in the face.
Okay.
Oh. 15 plus 2.
That hits.
Yes. Good boy. 2 damage.
Still, a bite to the face is a bite to the face.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is round 3. Dante.
All right, I'm gonna attack Edmund again. I'm gonna say, "You should have surrendered when you had the chance," and I'm gonna attack him with my rapier.
Okay.
That's a 13. But I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration.
Yep.
Power chord.
Add a 3, so 16. I'm feeling inspired by rock.
That hits. How much damage did you do?
And that does 6 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna attack him with my dagger.
Okay.
I roll the 15 plus whatever. I don't get to add my modifier. No, 16 plus 6. That hits, I'm sure.
Damn. Oh, yeah.
And then it's just a d4 because I don't get to add my modifier to that. That is 4. Cool.
4 max damage. Okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty worn down, like the dog in his face and like a cat in his face.
I told Jacoby, good boy.
I'm an angry kitty.
There's 2 bandits left on the left side, and they're going to fire at Dante and Phineas. That is a 13 and a 13.
My hour class is 13.
Okay, so that hits you for 5 points of piercing damage. And Dante, what's your AC?
15.
15. Okay, that misses. Edmund's turn. He says, "Well, you've outwitted me this time," and does a fighting withdrawal, and kind of like holds his scimitars up and blocks you, and jumps over the top of the bridge into the stream below. and just runs along the stream.
What a jerk.
Can I still? Is he still within 60 feet?
He's within 60 feet. Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Right now,
Sorry.
it's Shin's. Actually, it's Thrash Mob's turn. Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to do vicious mockery at him. And to music, and I'd be singing this, but I'm gonna call him a coward, say he sucks, tell him he's a terrible bandit, and his friends are trash.
Ooh.
I got him.
Get him.
Nice.
He's crying tonight.
That is 2 psychic damage.
Okay.
And he would have a disadvantage on attack roll if he's gonna attack.
Well, he's just running away.
Can I try to shoot him with my longbow?
It's not your turn. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's true.
It's Shin's turn, however.
Shin is, I suppose, once he finishes the last archer on the right, he would naturally turn his attention on the archers to the left. So, not seeing Edmund run away, he's going to turn, drop his scimitar to the ground, and in a flash, he has his crossbow out, and he is going to shoot at one of the archers to the left.
Excellent.
Going to be a 14 to hit,
That hits.
and that's gonna do 5 points of piercing damage.
I'm killing another one. There's only one left.
Hey.
And that is it for me. One
Okay.
more level and I would have an extra attack, but we're level 4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the way it goes.
yeah. Now it's Phineas's turn.
I'm gonna. Phineas hops off of Jake.
Okay. You see, you hop off of him. You see him running along the stream, the shore of the stream, and about 50 feet up ahead is a small, like, waterfall, and he looks like he's running breakneck speed for that.
Edmund is. I'm gonna try to shoot him because I feel like he shouldn't live.
Okay. Roll to hit.
You've lost that.
Yeah. 15 plus 5, 20.
That hits.
Nice.
Yeah. For 4 damage.
Okay, he's still okay.
Jacoby he can go 40 feet. Is he within 40 feet of that other archer?
He can be, yes.
He's gonna try to bite him in the face. A 11.
11 misses, unfortunately.
Ah,
As he
man.
runs up to
Good
the
boy.
last bandit, the bandit is like scrambling backwards as the dog's like coming up the hill at him. And it is Dante's turn.
Let's see. Is he within 80 feet?
He is within 80 feet. He's about 35 feet away from him.
All right, I'm going to take out my short bow. I'm going to take a shot at him.
Roll to hit.
That is a 21.
21 hits.
That would be a 6.
6 points. He's still up.
What is with this guy?
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna throw one of my daggers at him then.
Okay.
You're not getting away. All right.
Like batarang.
Bangerang.
15? Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Oh, nice. All right. So that
Hit him right in the back.
4 points of damage.
Oh, it's like
Okay,
Dobby.
he's still up. He's still up.
Well, give me back that dagger.
Holy crap. Okay.
You're a tough guy.
The one bandit takes his dagger out and is like defending himself against the attacking in his face.
Better not mess with my dog.
And he hits. That's a 18.
Oh, like he rolled an 18 or 18 damage?
He rolled an 18.
Okay. So
Okay.
Yes, he hit. Jacoby's a 15 AC.
Only 3 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Edmund dashes the rest of the way to the waterfall and just does a diving leap. And you hear a sploosh.
There'll be belly flops.
Oh, that guy sucks.
That guy does suck.
Next time on Friday Night One Shots, the party arrives at Degsthorpe. Suspicions continue to rise, and the Bard's new metal hit breaks into Impiltor's top 40 countdown. Ransom at Falcon Crest was written by R.P. Davis and can be purchased at dmsguild.com. Special thanks to Syrinscape for background audio and sound effects. Make sure to check them out at Syrinscape.com because epic games need epic sound. Theme song and other music created by Ron88Keys. Tonight's DM has been Ron Murphy. The one-hit wonders are Zachary Burrell, Claire Clauson, Shay Dite, Paul Gary, Blake Graham, Ross Griffin, and Josh Helgeson. You can follow us on Twitter at Friday One Shots. Friday Night One Shots is produced by Ron Murphy. Thank you for listening.